Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a renovation in Evergreen Harbor. I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently we have apartments in Evergreen Harbor. I had no idea, and this is one of them. And there's actually like a secret downstairs area, and I don't know if it's super secret, but I don't think we should be allowed to edit in here. You can actually add windows and doors and demolish walls. But you can't add walls to this space. You can't also change the exterior wallpaper for some reason. But I discovered this and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something with this. And in this moment, I honestly regret taking away that roof because, as you'll see later on in this video, once you remove the roof in this build, you can't add it back. So this location, this lot has a lot of bugs. I don't know if you guys have ever built in this apartment or if you've just renovated the apartment upstairs. That's probably smarter than what I did. But I was like, we have to use the space, you know, it's free for us to use, and let's do something with it. And then later on I found out that you can't even upload this room to the gallery. Like, it's not even considering it as a room. So just enjoy it here while it lasts, because, you know, you won't have access to this, sadly. I did think I wanted to utilize the entire space that we have downstairs. For starters, I did want to make this a tattoo shop. I don't know why. I just thought it would be cool. Honestly, this parking lot was giving me vibes like we have businesses here, and, you know, we have like also an apartment complex upstairs, but there are a lot of parking spaces here. So I thought, why not? Let's do something like a business. And then on the left hand side, I wanted to do a speakeasy in the back, and then I wanted to do restrooms in the front for the people who are getting their tattoos. I am using a lot of things from businesses and hobbies in this build, like the dividers, the sign on the wall, and obviously the tattoo stuff comes with businesses and hobbies. So I was thinking that we would have like 3 or 4 tattoo stations. When I realized that you couldn't make walls in here, I just decided to take the restrooms away. So if the Sims really need to use the restroom, I don't know where they're gonna go. They're just gonna have to hold it, or they're gonna have to go to the restroom upstairs of the owner of this place. So we'll get into that shortly, into how that looks like. Honestly, I was really inspired by this like graffiti painting on the wall, and it goes super well with this rug from Businesses and Hobbies. And so I was trying to create a nice space in here, keeping in mind those colors that we have on this sign. I was just thinking that it was like the logo for like the business or whatever. And then I put this little poster from high school years. I gave them a computer. I'm using these chairs and actually the sofa too, from the Modern Retreat kit in this blue color, which honestly looks really cute. I also gave them this fireplace that is also from Businesses and Hobbies. And so that's our little like entryway area. As we step into the area for the tattoo shop, we are gonna have this initial space, and I gave them all like their own beds and, you know, their own art style. I was thinking we could have different artists in here. And so for this first artist, everything that I give them is like bluish black, and the art on the wall I feel like really represents what I was thinking this artist would do. You know, this is all in theory. This is The Sims 4. Obviously they can do all types of tattoos, but you know, in real life, artists, like tattoo artists, have their own style. So that first one is gonna be prioritizing like black and white tattoos. This one is gonna be a little bit more whimsical per se, maybe. So for this one, I was thinking like we could use this art piece that is actually from Lovestruck, that comes in like pink and yellows and greens and oranges. And so everything in here is gonna be more colorful. This like tattoo artist is probably gonna focus on like colorful tattoos and stuff like that. And I wanted everything to match this art piece from Businesses and Hobbies. I also wanted to give them like a little bit more of like lounge area, like if a couple of Sims come together and they want to get a tattoo together, you know. In The Sims, I don't know if it actually worked like that, but at least in real life, you can definitely do that. I also gave them all these little cards that come in businesses and hobbies. I don't know, it just gives me like tattoo shop vibes, so I gave them all in different colors. This sim over here, I was imagining that they would focus maybe on portraits, and so I'm using these art pieces that are actually again from Love Struck. And then I'm using this bed that comes in like a darker red, and I just think it looks super nice. I also gave them like the shelves and like the little cart in a darker brown, and I feel like you can tell the vibe of the sim who is decorating here. I was thinking that maybe they were a little older, I don't know, just maybe somebody with a little bit more of experience, and again giving them a little bit of a lounge area. I used this chair again from the Modern Retreat kit, and I go back to give them a mirror because I remember that I hadn't given them a mirror, so I used one from Base Game that is just comes in like a black swatch. And over here I was thinking like this could be like their area like to rest and stuff, but I just decided to add another artist, and I didn't put a divider between these two artists on this side because I was thinking maybe they were friends. And I know that a lot of like tattoo artists focus on creating like Asian inspired like tattoos, and so that's what I was thinking for this one. So for this side, all of it is gonna be like black and like red, especially matching those frames from Snowy Escape. I just think they look super cool. And again, I gave them this lounger from the Refined living room kit. So this is our tattoo shop. I just did some updates here in the entryway, and that's pretty much it. That's all we did here, and I think it looks super cool. Again, I'm sorry that this game is so bugged out and that I can't upload this to the gallery. And then you guys, I realized that we can't roof this build. Can you believe that? We can't put a roof back, and I know I had already told you, but I just couldn't believe it that I couldn't put a roof back, and I kept trying and trying, and I wish I had gone back. Control Z would have been great here a long time ago, but I didn't want to take away everything that I did in the tattoo shop. Not that it matters, again, because I can't even friggin' save it, so I don't know. So let's get into this build. So I actually gave myself a trick or a challenge where I'm only allowed to use this wallpaper from Base Game with the leaves, and honestly I don't think it's that bad. I've always found this wallpaper super interesting, and I've never gave myself the opportunity to try to use it. And this actually comes in like different swatches. It comes with like a plain green and then just like a straight up green with all the colors, but I mainly use this one with like the pink background and the green leaves and the darker like trim or whatever that's called on the wall. I was thinking like this was gonna be a home for a maximalist. Like who else is gonna have all these like leaves and stuff like that? I also was thinking maybe a little bit more boho, maybe a little bit of like Aladdin flavor here as well. So I'm using these chairs in green that are actually super cute. And then I found this like plant thing from the plant kit. I always forget the name of it. And then I found this picture frame from Love Struck, and then the fruits on the bowl in the center. I just think it all looks so cute and cohesive, so that's what I had in mind when I was building this house. And actually this painting that's in the dining room is gonna inspire the rest of the space as well, and we're gonna carry those colors throughout the entire apartment. This is gonna be a 1-bedroom build with 1 bathroom, and I do end up giving them like this little area for like a study or like an office space, so you'll see what I create in there shortly. I'm using these cabinets from For Rent, which are actually super cute, and I feel like they go super well with this build. And then I'm using like a sort of like a range of different appliances, like from Cottage Living and from Snowy Escape, and a sink from Base Game. I also gave them like this little island in the entryway area. And then since we have like we don't have like a good like little entryway area for the, just in general, like the layout of this place. I was thinking that as they arrive, they could like drop their things there on the counter. So you'll see that I put like a Coach purse and some keys and just like a little plant in here as well to make it seem like, you know, they come home and that's where they leave their things as well. I gave them a little coffee maker, and I've been pairing this with the things from the kitchen clutter kit, like the cookies and the little jar that says sugar. It says sugar in my brain. I have no idea. So this is what I did for the kitchen. I think it looks super cute, honestly. And yeah. I also gave them this record player that is actually from the Party Essentials kit. And then I went in with some curtains from high school years, specifically, I think these red ones. In the kitchen, I also gave them the Sleek Bathroom Kit rug in like the aqua blue. And so that's when I decided to also look for a sofa in this color. And I found this one, which I don't know if it's from Life and Death or from Cottage Living. So that's what I ended up using. And for the rug, for a second, I thought I wanted to use this one from the Cozy Kitsch kit, but I think I just ended up using one from the Refined Living Room kit because I felt like we still needed some color, but something a little bit more muted. So we are using this sofa, and in front of the sofa, I decided to put this table from the Modern Retreat kit, which honestly has become one of my favorite accent tables in the whole game. I also decided to use a couple of side chairs that are from the, oh my god, it's the architecture pack, I always forget, Dream Home Decorator, there you go. So I put them in yellow to bring in a little bit of more color, and I put some clutter items from the Modern Retreat kit, as well as this table and this lamp from that kit as well. Oh, and this coffee table that I don't think I've ever used, and I put it in green because I think it just brings everything together. So this is our little living room. Over on this side, I just gave them a guitar. I put some picture frames from the Cozy Kitsch kit. And then what else did I put in there? I feel like I put something else there on the side. Oh, I put the little basket from Base Game that they gave us in the Africana update a while ago. And I just feel like it goes perfectly with this space. I'm honestly loving this apartment. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have ever used this wallpaper in Base Game and how you've utilized it, or if you guys have ever tried to like redecorate this apartment and have had the same issue that I had with like the roofing and the downstairs area. This lot just seems to be very bugged out. For the office area, I ended up using this desk that is from high school years and this chair that is from Base Game, and just some more items in here like this board from Dream Home Decorator. And again, since they are a little bit of a maximalist, I cluttered up their desk area as well, because if you're a maximalist, you probably have a cluttered desk. At least I do. And I gave them this little lamp from the Cozy Kitsch kit in orange. And then over on this side, I just felt like it was the perfect place to put some bookshelves. So I ended up using this from high school years, which has such an interesting shape, along with this chair that is from Love Struck, and this frame that is actually the same one that we used in the dining room, but in a different swatch. And to make this space a little bit more cozy, I went in with a rug from Love Struck, and then I also used this little egg rug from high school years. For the restroom, I was struggling to find like a flooring that I liked, and again, I couldn't change the wallpaper to a tile, so we have to stick with this one. I think for the flooring, I did use like this Base Game tile, which I think just looks okay. And then over on this wall, I just wanted to add something else. So I added the sun from Base Game, the golden sun from Base Game, and I just think it looks great in here. It goes with everything else that we have going on. For the restroom, there's nothing crazy in here. Use this toilet from Base Game with like the wooden like lid. And then from the sink, I used the for-rent sink with the Love Struck mirror. And I just think it looks great with everything else, like especially this wallpaper. And then I had enough space to make a shower tub combo over on this side. obviously using a lot of the things from the Sleek bathroom kit. It's just like the perfect kit, you guys. I don't know, I just love this kit and I use it in pretty much all my builds, one thing or another. I did give them this little shelf where I decided to put more clutter items from this kit as well. And I think I put a mirror up there. I don't know why. And a candle and a couple of candles on the floor as well. So this is what our restroom is looking like. Trying to follow the same color story. Maybe a little bit like less crazy with the colors. It's like just a more tranquil restroom, I would say, compared to the rest of the space. For the main bedroom, we are going in with this bed that I actually think is from City Living. It's not such a bad bed. I decided to use this one because of the aqua green color. The pillows on this one are actually orange, and I feel like that just helps bring in the colors of the rest of the space. I tried using this rug, but I just felt like adding this rug just threw everything off balance because it started to look like the wallpaper didn't belong with the rest of the space. Like I was almost thinking like, do I need to change the wallpaper? But that was part of the challenge that I couldn't change it. So I ended up removing this rug and giving them a neutral one again from the refined living room kit. Yeah. I also gave them this dresser from For Rent, and these little side tables are from the Book Nook kit, along with these lamps that are actually from Base Game as well, from that Africana update from a while ago, as well as this little plant. I'm using these curtains from the Desert Luxe kit, and then this little painting. This is where I'm going to leave you guys today. I hope you guys like this build. Let me know what you think about this and how this lot is basically bugged out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.